Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing some cleaning for company coming over. Austin is so excited. He is having his very first sleepover with a friend at our house. Because we have his friend coming over, I did go ahead and like order some groceries to make sure we had like snacky foods. We're gonna make pizza for dinner tomorrow. He's coming over tomorrow. So I'm gonna be picking that up and I'll share a grocery haul later in today's video. But today I wanted to get some cleaning done. I wanna clean out the fridge. I wanna wash the bedding. That way it's nice and clean for whenever he comes and sleeps over. The boys typically sleep on the top bunk together. They like to sleep together. So I'm gonna clean and have the bottom bunk ready for his friend. And we're gonna clean his room, clean the bathroom upstairs because the kids' bathroom is always disgusting. Clean downstairs and just get the house ready for company. So I thought we would do some company cleaning today. So I hope you guys are ready for it. If this is your first time watching, welcome. My name is Ashley. I am a stay-at-home mom to 4. I have 2 girls and 2 boys. So on my channel, you're gonna get tons of messy house clean with me's, decluttering, organizing, laundry, pretty much anything to do with homemaking. You will find it here on my channel. So if you like content like that, I'd love for you to subscribe and join my YouTube family. Without further ado, let's just go ahead and hop right into it. I love making waffles in huge batches and then I actually freeze them. That way the kids can pull them out and have waffles for breakfast. And if you guys have never done this before, I find that putting parchment paper in between your waffles before freezing it really helps because otherwise they can become all stuck and hard to pull apart. So these have already cooled down. So I'm gonna go ahead, pick these up before I get started cleaning the kitchen. We're gonna start off over here before heading upstairs. I will also be updating you guys in a little bit on what's been going on with our property manager. If you guys have been following me, you know we recently left a rental and had tons of issues. So I have an update for you guys on what's been going on. But before we get into that, I'd love to hear how you guys are doing this week. I hope y'all are doing well, feeling well, everyone's staying healthy. I'm happy to report that we are all finally feeling better in the house. That little stomach bug that I had seemed to have passed, so we are thankfully all healthy again. Whenever I zip up the Ziploc bag, I always try to squeeze as much air as I can out of it before freezing them. But this is what the kitchen is looking like. As you can tell, we have a lot of stuff on the countertops. I had a lot of boxes that I needed to break down. I had the trash to take out, some dishes to get done. So we're gonna get busy. If you guys also have a messy kitchen, go ahead, prop me up on your counter or on a TV and let's get busy cleaning. This waffle maker is always a mess whenever I get done. So I always try to wipe it down, make sure I get all the grease off of it from using all the cooking spray. It just leaks out of the bottom of it. So I usually wipe it down and then put a paper towel underneath and let it fully drip until it's done before putting it away. Enlightenment, it's coming your way. It's coming to get you. This weekend has been a very busy one for our family. So I had mentioned that Austin was having his first sleepover, which ended up going great. The boys had so much fun. And then on Saturday, we had Adrienne go over to her friends. She's hanging out for a bit. And then Aubrey went over to one of her friends from her old school. So I went and dropped her off at that friend's house and they're hanging out. They went to the mall. They're having a sleepover. So it's been a very busy weekend for friends, which is really nice. I love seeing my kids making friends and getting out and doing things.
Love me never. Cupid doesn't live anywhere close. Chain to leather. Every outfit has its own tricks. Hurry, hurry. I'm gonna walk.
Now that I've gathered all the dirty dishes, it's time to pick up the clean ones before we load the dishwasher and do all the hand washing. I had quite a bit to do today because I did not do the hand washing the night before. I usually get to it at nighttime, but sometimes I don't, and today was one of those days.
My fishnet's blind, got your burn every curve. I tried to be conservative, fell flat on my face. Metallic blood taste. One day my race will find you.
In case you guys are wondering about my leggings, these are from the brand G for Free. I had shared them with you guys not too long ago, and I got this pair in green bean. That's the name of the color, and I'm obsessed. This color in person is so bright and vibrant. It's my new favorite pair of leggings. I got a pair in this color and then one in a very bright pink, and I love it. It just screams spring to me. I'm so ready for spring and the warm weather and the gardening. I'm just so excited about it. I loved the snow, don't get me wrong. We were so excited to get so much snow, but now that it's melted, I'm just ready for spring now. We've had a couple days of 70-degree weather, and I'm just so excited. It's like spring is in the air.
For my scars ain't deep enough.
Look at this mound of dishes, y'all. I had so much to get done. I also had a casserole that I had made that definitely needed to be soaked overnight. Unfortunately, I didn't do that, so I'm gonna have to let that one soak before I end up scrubbing it because it was really caked on there.
Hurry, hurry. I need to walk every line, rip my fishnet's blind, touch and burn every curve. I try to be conservative, fell flat on my face, metallic blood taste. Metallic blood taste. Hurry, hurry.
I have really been trying to break the habit of just letting the water run whenever I do the dishes. I cannot believe the cost of water where we are. It's insane, you guys. I couldn't believe we just got our first full water bill and it was $215, and I nearly had a heart attack. I was like, how in the world? We've never had a water bill this expensive before. So I'm really trying to be more mindful. I'm trying to reuse water whenever doing the dishes. So I'm like filling it up, using the dirty water as I, am like cleaning it, and then I rinse it off. And then if I do need to leave it running whenever I'm scrubbing, I try to put it on at just a little trickle instead of a full-blown flow. So definitely been working on that. It's hard breaking those habits. I'm really bad about just like leaving the water on. Even with the kids, I'm like, okay, let's turn the water off whenever we're brushing our teeth. So we're trying to make good habits. I know I should have been doing that all along, but when you see a crazy bill like that, it definitely motivates you a lot more to be mindful.
You were my best friend. Didn't care about the rules, good on the weekends. I'll be in fools, drifting to deep space. So brave and so stupid, just like the movies. I was gonna stay in the fight with you, just thinking we would do this until we couldn't do it. Each and every high, every night with you, you and me so clueless. We were just broken, shattered, singing along to nothing matters. Stray around like nighttime rumors. We were in too deep in your worn-out sweaters, thinking we'll be young forever. Driving in your mom's old hatchback, and we were in.
Here's that dish I was talking about. So of course, since I'm going to be letting it soak, I brought out the Dawn Power Wash. This stuff is the best at getting stuck on grime. I'm telling you guys, you need to get you some. It works so good. So I sprayed it. I'm going to let it sit for a while. And then I do try to scrub it a little bit and I realize it needs to soak. So I spray a little bit more and fill it up with some warm water and just let it soak while I finish up the rest of the kitchen.
Where did it begin? Where did it end? Hanging on loose strings, unable to bend. I never listened, trying to prove it, just like the movies. I was gonna stay in the fight with you, just thinking we would do this until we couldn't do it. Each and every high, every night with you, you and me so clueless. We were just broken, shattered, singing along to nothing matters. Stray around like nighttime rumors. We were in too deep in your worn-out sweaters, thinking we'll be young forever. Driving in your mom's old hatchback, and we were in too deep. Cause I'm thinking we'll be young, be young, be young. Cause I'm thinking we'll be young forever. Cause I'm thinking we'll be young, be young, be young. Cause I'm thinking we'll be young forever. Sometimes when I'm thinking about us,
Now that I finally have the dishes put away, the countertops cleared off, I can start tackling the fridge. It needed some TLC. We had so many sticky random things all over the place, no organization. I really wanted to go through and see if there were expired condiments I could get rid of, because you can see I cannot fit everything in the side doors. So I really wanted to go through and see if there was anything that was old or not being used. So you guys know I always pull everything out whenever I'm doing a deep clean, especially in the refrigerator. So I'm gonna pull everything out that's in the center and clean that, and then we're gonna get to the crispers and then the doors. And it really was a great time to do this because I knew I was gonna be picking up that Sam's Club pickup the next day. So I love having a freshly cleaned refrigerator, so I know I have space and I can put things exactly where they need to go.
got lost and we parted. Back to back we would carry on, and we'd do anything for what we started. But this time we could break. I'm running dry, everything's the same. We'll try tonight, but this time we're not safe and sound. Not safe and sound. What if I'm no good for you?
this middle shelf had so much sticky stuff on there. I don't know what it was, but I ended up having to spray it and let it soak for a while to get it up. I have no idea what spilled in there, but it was sticky. And in case you guys have been wondering about my ice maker on this fridge. So whenever we moved into the house, the ice maker was broken. And after calling the brand, so this is a Samsung fridge, after calling, she was like, oh yeah, it's like a well-known problem. The ice maker just freezes up. And so she explained to me how to unfreeze the ice maker. It was quite the process. I had to take everything out of the fridge. Thankfully, it was cold outside, so I just put all our food outside on the back porch. And then I had to take my steamer and steam the inside of the ice maker forever. It seriously took 4 hours. It took at least an hour to get the door off of the ice maker because it was frozen shut. So once I thawed it out enough to take the door, like the front of the door right there on the left where it says Ice Master, I think is the name of it. Once I got that door off, you could see the block of ice that had built up in there. So I had to use my steamer. It took me 4 hours to thaw it out, you guys. I really felt like it was the never-ending block of ice. I didn't think it was ever gonna fully thaw out, but finally, once I got it to thaw out, I had to clean up the water mess that was everywhere, and I wanted to make sure I dried it as best as I could because I was so scared that whenever I let it freeze back up again, if I left anything behind, it would just start all over again and I would have a problem. So thankfully, after I thawed it out, dried it out really well, cleaned it, put the cover back on it, thankfully it's been working ever since. And I was reading the reviews about this refrigerator and it has awful reviews. Like, this is a well-known problem with the ice maker, and basically they say if you stop using this ice maker, it will freeze up again. So I have to take the door off of it about every 2 weeks, and I have to use a butter knife and scrape the ice off of the top of it because it does start building up in there. It's just crazy. So I'm just saying this in case you have this ice maker and you've had this problem. There is hope. You can keep it from thawing out or from freezing up again. You just have to keep using your ice maker literally constantly, which thankfully with 7 people in the house, we're using it all the time. But you also want to take that door off and check it frequently. Otherwise, the ice block will start building up, and then once it gets to a certain point, you just can't even get that door off anymore. So I've just been using my butter knife and chipping it away every few weeks, and so far so good. It's been probably 2.5 months ever since I fixed it. So I haven't had to fix it again, thank goodness, because y'all, that was a process. And everyone said, a lot of people have had the whole thing completely replaced and got a new one, but it's just this make and model. It freezes up no matter if you replace it, no matter what you do. So you just have to stay on top of using it constantly. I did go ahead, look through everything, look through my leftovers, make sure nothing in there was old and nasty. And now that I put the center stuff back in, we can go ahead and go through my crisper items, which thank goodness I did this, you guys. There was a lot of nasty vegetables that were starting to mold and get mushy in here. next spot to tackle are these doors. I had so many condiments thrown in here. I really don't like the way they have these shelves set up. The ones on the left side are so skinny. You can barely fit anything, and it has that like ice maker spot, so it can't be tall and it can't be wide. Like you can't store that much stuff over there. So it's kind of hard to fit all of our condiments because we are a condiment type of family. If you can't tell, we have like every type of sauce. We have lots of jarred jalapenos and pepperoni peppers and pickled onions. We just have all the things. So we really need a bigger side door to hold everything.
Baby, good at thinking out loud, but not too good at keeping promises. No, did you fool yourself enough to be proud?
I'm using my Mrs. Meyer's in the Acorn Spice scent to clean the fridge out. I absolutely love this scent. It's my favorite. I do order it in a bundle of 3 off of Amazon. I find they have the best price.
Good at thinking, even
I tried to make the condiments fit a little bit better. It still was snug, but it is more organized than what it was. And most importantly, it is nice and cleaned and wiped down.
like you're feeling sorry. Don't you look at me like that when you break my heart like that, like you're feeling sorry, 'cause you're not feeling sorry. Hey, hey. Don't you look at me like that when you break my heart like that, like you're feeling sorry. It's your own fault. Now toss the salt. Don't you look at me like that, walking out the door like that. You're not feeling sorry. It's your own fault. Now toss the salt. Devil on, it's a devil on your shoulder. Devil on, it's a devil on your shoulder. Devil on, it's a devil on your shoulder.
Now that the kitchen is taken care of, I want to go ahead and get my bedding started and the boys' bedding started, and then we're going to go downstairs and make some banana bread because I have some old bananas that need to get used up. And then once I get that done, we will head back up here and work on the boys' bedroom and their bathroom. But you guys, it is the perfect day to clean because I am fuming right now. You know how you're just angry and the best way to get it out is through cleaning? At least it helps me. That is me today. I figured I would continue the story while I was doing my cleaning, especially because as I was talking about it, you guys, I was just so frustrated because it had just happened. It happened in the middle of me cleaning out the refrigerator, and so it took me a very long time to do the fridge. I was actually kind of worried my stuff was sitting on the counter a little bit too long because I had to keep stopping, and I was talking to my husband and then trying to get a hold of the property management team. So basically what happened, and I totally forgot to mention, we bought some new sheets for the bedding because my husband was complaining that these are too hot. So I bought some new ones, but this time I went with a dark blue. So I'm actually going to go ahead and wash these with the boys' bedding so I can put these on. Then I'll wash these to save them as a spare set of sheets. So what happened was I decided to contact the property managers because we were told we were going to get our security deposit back within 1 to 2 weeks. On their contract, it says they have 45 days, but when I turned in the keys, she said, oh no, it usually only takes a week or two. I was like, okay, great. So 4 weeks had went by and I hadn't heard anything. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and contact them. So I tried calling them a few days before this, and I spoke to someone on the phone and I was like, hey, I wanted to get an update. When is our security deposit being sent out? And she was like, well, all I can see on my end is that it hasn't been sent out. And then she gave me an email to email them. And I was like, okay. So I tried to email them. I didn't hear anything back. So I decided to text the lady that I had dealt with while we were renting. She was part of the, property management team or whatever. So I texted her, which I didn't want to because she's always been rude ever since we first started renting for no reason. She's just always been very rude. Her tone has been awful. So I text her and I ask if I can get an update on my security deposit. And she basically said, well, we have 45 days and it's only been 28 days as of now. And I was like, okay, well, in the contract, it says that after you do the inspection, we will be notified if there was anything that needed to be fixed, which would be deducted out of our refund. And she was like, well, we have 45 days and once we finish it, we will email you. And I was like, well, your contract says that after you get done, which this is done within 2 to 3 days after moving out, but she never messaged me back after that. She just ignored me. And I was like, of course. So then since she quit texting me, I decided to try calling them because I'm like, no, I want to answer. Like, what did you find on our move out inspection? Like, you should be able to discuss that. So I called, you guys, they seriously started screening my phone calls. They were not answering the phone. I was getting so frustrated. I called them 4 different times. They never picked up the phone after that first initial call. So I was getting so frustrated. I was like, whatever, I'm just going to wait till the next day. So the next day, I tried calling 3 different times. And one of the times I even tried to do *67 to block my number. They did not pick up a single time. So I decided to call off of my mom's phone, literally not even 2 minutes after I tried calling off of my phone number. And they picked up immediately. As soon as I called off of my mom's phone, and I was like, wow, I know you're screening my calls now. So once I got through to someone, I was like, okay, well, I need to talk to someone about how my inspection went. And she connected me to the lady that I actually turned my keys into. And she's also the one who did our pre-move out inspection. So she gets on the phone and she's like, oh, it still says it's being processed. I was like, okay, well, you do the inspection 2 to 3 days after we move out. I was like, so you should be able to tell me what the results were, if anything needed to be fixed or not. And she was like, well, I'm going to have to do some more digging. It'll take me a little while. Can I just email you back or call you later? And I was like, well, actually, I don't trust you to call me later because I've been trying to call you and I haven't been able to talk to anybody because you guys are screening my phone calls. And she was like, oh no, I can assure you we're not doing that. I was like, oh, I can assure you are because I tried calling you numerous times and then you didn't pick up until I called from my mom's phone. And then she just once again, like, you could tell she paused for a second. She was like, oh no, we're not doing that. I was like, okay. I was like, well, let me know what your email is so I can be on the lookout for it. And then she literally repeated my email. I was like, no, I want your email. So then she gives me her email, and that leads to this day. She emails me the next day with the results, and they're basically charging us $525 for a plastic rod that goes on the blind. Like that is what was broken on the blind. They said they had to replace the blind, so they're charging us $150 for that, $150 for the labor to install the blind, plus they're charging us a $150 re-inspection fee, which is dumb, but I can understand that because we were told to do the inspection 3 months before we moved out, and we never did because we were like, this is way too early, so we just never did it. But our contract did say that if you don't do it within 10 days of them requesting, you would be charged $150. So I was like, okay, whatever, I understand that. But the fact that you're charging us $300 for a plastic rod, so I immediately called her back and I was like, I need to talk about this. And she was like, oh, we can't discuss it over the phone, only through email. I was like, are you kidding me right now? Y'all, it's just one thing after another. It's super frustrating. So, of course, I'm trying to detest it, but of course, she's like, it's a process and it's not up to us. It's up to the owner, which I'm sorry, a little plastic rod that goes on your curtain does not, we were not negligent. We were not, we kept great care of their home. Their blinds were in perfect condition. We could not help that that little plastic thing broke off. It literally broke within the first couple months that we lived there, and the curtain was still in great condition. They could have just replaced the plastic rod. Like there was no reason the whole blind needed to be replaced for that. That's just an excuse for them to keep more money. Like I'm so over this agency, you guys. So we finally got our refund back from them, and I will be coming out with the name of the agency. They are a local one. Once we get that security deposit and it goes through the bank, we just received it. So as soon as it, is like through the bank and I know we have our money back, I will definitely let you guys know the name, because if you're local to Virginia Beach, I want to make sure you guys stay far away because they are such crooks. It cost us $1,000 for professional cleaners to get out of that place, and now they charged us $525 for a plastic rod that goes on your curtain. And as a tenant, you're allowed normal wear and tear, and I'm sorry, that's normal wear and tear. It's not like my dog chewed up the blinds or something crazy. Like, it's just insanity to me, and it makes me so mad that these companies get away with it. And do you know, if we want to try to fight it, she said we have to return the rest of the security deposit, so we have to give all the money back to them before they'll look into giving us a refund for that little amount, which makes zero sense. Why would we need to give you the money that we deserve to get back in order to get the other amount of money? Like, it makes no sense at all. It's just another part of their contract to deter people from fighting against them, because who wants to give all their money back to them and then wait another month or who knows how long to see if they give you a refund for the amount of money that they're trying to keep? Like, it's all so shady. So yeah, that's why I was so frustrated and just ready to take my frustrations out on cleaning. Let me know if you guys are the same way. If you just feel better after you get a good cleaning session in. But thanks for listening to me. I really appreciate you guys following along in my life and just all the support. You guys are seriously amazing.
Kinda simple, kinda wishful about things, and you're kinda simple, but like a pistol you fire. Sometimes you get under my skin like a lover, and sometimes you don't wanna come back 'cause you'd rather stay out with another, talking to strangers and make out spontaneously.
As you can tell, we are cleaning up the boys' bedroom. I wanted to make sure it was nice and clean before we had company come over. And I also shared my banana bread with you guys in today's video. I will put the recipe in the description. It's a super basic one, but it always turns out super delicious. It's a hit for the family. So I went ahead and made some because our bananas were getting pretty dark and I didn't want them to go to waste.
Bragging in the glory. You're such a nice guy when you're not just talking about yourself, and the way of how you dwell, I get it. Oh, I'm so tired of hearing all your stories about your rich friends traveling Mercedes. You're such a nice guy when you're not just talking about yourself, and the way of how you dwell.
I wanted to make sure I stayed on top of the laundry so I could wash all the blankets and the sheets and all the things before the end of the day. So we're going to quickly fold this load of laundry and then head into the boys' bathroom because I wanted to make sure that area was clean because it does not take long for the kids' bathroom to get destroyed. Out of all the kids, I feel like my boys definitely go through more clothes, and I'm not sure if it's because things fall off the hanger and they're just too lazy, they throw it into the dirty hamper, or if they're actually going through this much clothes, because I'm like, holy cow, every single time I do the laundry, I am so shocked how much clothes I have to put away from them.
You're such a nice guy when you're not just talking about yourself and the way of how you dwell. I get it. Now I'm so tired of hearing all your stories about your rich friends traveling Mercedes. You're such a nice guy when you're not just talking about yourself and the way of how you dwell. I get it. Don't you get it? Now I'm so tired of hearing all your stories about your rich friends traveling Mercedes. You're such a nice guy when you're not just talking about yourself and the way of how you dwell. I get it. Don't you get it?
Now we're heading into the kids' bathroom. Surprisingly, it wasn't terrible, but I also did just clean it like 3 days ago. So I was happy it wasn't completely destroyed, but I did have some things to pick up off of the ground. Of course, more toothpaste stuck to the counter and the toothpaste bottles. So we're gonna get everything cleaned up. I also had a lot of water next to the bathtub. I keep reminding the boys when they take showers, they have to put the liner in the bathtub, and they're always forgetting, and then the floor gets soaked. I'm like, thank goodness we have tile in here because they sure do leave a mess.
We're in trances, going off to different places, different planets. Watch your aura pass me by, losing balance. What if we run out of time and second chances? Empty-handed. You like the fast life, you like to drive and get down and dirty, act like the bad guy. You want some love, be like when you feel like calling at midnight hour. You got the best of me, you got me losing sleep.
It's always fun to draw a little picture with your foaming spray. Keeps it a little interesting. Drew some hearts today.
Oh, baby, I was hoping maybe that you crossed my path. I've been sinking lately, and it's hard to move. Think I'm stuck on you. We're in trances, going off to different places, different planets. Watch your aura pass me by, losing balance. What if we run out of time and second chances? Empty-handed. I wonder, would you love me better if I go? I'm not home. I wonder, can we trust the stars above to let us know how to go? We only got
Here is my Sam's Club haul. I wanted to share with you guys. I have a few items coming in through the mail, but this is what I picked up. I got a case of spring water. The kids have been wanting some more chips, so we went with this pack. I love this bundle because the kids love all the flavors, so none of them go to waste. I got a big thing of the chicken breast tenderloins. I love having this on hand because I can throw this in the Instapot and make some shredded chicken and put it in recipes really quick and easy. I have some pizza. We have Austin's friend coming over tonight, so I did pick up some pizza for that. I got some almond milk per Aubrey's request. She really wanted cereal and she does not like regular milk. She only drinks almond milk, so got almond milk for that and to mix into my Slim Fast. I got a big thing of the cream of mushroom cans because they were on sale for only $4, you guys. So if you have a Sam's membership, check them out. I'm not sure how much longer they're going to be on sale, but that is a steal of a deal. I got some Greek yogurt for my mom. This is her favorite one, the honey vanilla. Huge bag of the Mexican 4 cheese. Ethan loves cheesy roll-ups, and I bought a different brand of cheese last time and he did not like it, so I went back to the regular. I got a big thing of sliced cheese for grilled cheeses this week. The kids wanted some more of these wafers. These are so good. They come with chocolate and vanilla. Cereal for this week, I went with Reese Puff and Cocoa Pebbles. We haven't had cereal in a while. I tried to do a little bit healthier options for breakfast, but of course they were requesting it, so I picked some up. I got a bunch of bananas and then a big thing of sweet potatoes for recipes, and that is everything that I picked up. I do have protein bars and some other things coming in, so in total I spent $200. That's gonna do it for today's motivation. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it gave you some motivation to get up and tackle something today. If it did, give it a thumbs up. If you're new, I'd love for you to subscribe. Join my YouTube family. I do upload new cleaning motivation every single Sunday, and I would love to have you here. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye!